It's Wednesday, time for our weekly trip out to the new zoo.
Neil Anderson joins us live this morning from Swamico.
What's happening, Neil?
Well, there's no mountain lion roaming the
Good.
the area out here, but hey, we're inside the North American aviary, and of course, the weather is warming up, and a lot of the activity in the North American aviary is gaining speed too. And you can see, a lot of the ponds in here. We keep these open throughout the winter, so we've got a number of North American waterfowl. And it won't be long to be breeding season, so there'll be a lot of activity. The birds look fantastic. But you can see, during this cold winter too, it's tough on the birds. And one of the things we do in this particular exhibit is we do put a lot of heat lamps out. So you can see around the edge of the exhibit, there's a number of different heat lamps. And we kind of determine how many based on how they want to space out the birds as well. The big thing is for the waterfowl that they have open water, which we have here. But I also want to show you some of the other things we do. Now we've got two other raptors in here, and behind me you can take a look at, we've got our North American eagle, our bald eagle back here. And also next to our eagle we have our turkey vulture, and that's Drizella. Now they both have different perches. Now inside you can see where the eagle is, and of course there's different size, you'll see different size limbs, and that's really important. So when it's really cold, that they can go ahead and lay on top their toes. If they couldn't do that, they would get frostbite on their toes as well. So you got to have different, different sizes of limbs in there, and we've got to monitor that. And of course we've got a heat lamp, so you can see where the eagle is over in her end. And then over here we've got a smaller little box with a perch, and that's normally where the turkey vulture would stay too. So the turkey vulture would hang out in there if it got really cold. But it's kind of interesting, we're going to talk a little bit about turkey vultures today. And you see this is Drizella. Now Drizella is about 4 years old. She came here about 3 years ago. Now there's 23 different kinds of vultures all over the world. And the only place you can't find them is in Australia or Antarctica. Other than that, you'd find, like I say, there's that many around. There's 14 that are endangered. The turkey vultures are real interesting animals, and one of the things what I find interesting too, if you see these guys kind of grouped together, because they're different in a lot of raptors, they don't like to be, together, not real social. These guys are. So when you see a group of them together, it's called a committee.
Okay.
Okay? Now if you see them flying together, it's called a kettle.
A what?
And a kettle.
Okay.
And if you find them, next to carrying, a dead animal where they're feeding a group of them together,
Called happy.
what do you think it's called?
They're satisfied.
Yes, they're happy.
Yeah.
It's called a wake.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, that kind of makes sense too.
Now we know.
Absolutely. But one of the other interesting things what's different between the eagle and the vulture, which you'll see over here, is you won't hear the vulture. The vulture is missing a syrinx, and that's like a larynx for us, okay? The eagle does have a syrinx, and a syrinx can go ahead then and produce sound, where a vulture really can't. They'll just produce some hissing, but other than that, they're missing that. The New World vultures are, so Drizella, she's pretty quiet.
Yeah.
Very interesting. All right, Neil, thanks so much, and we'll check back with you next hour.
And then